Alright, ladies and gentlemen, today in front of us we have the Corgeut GMT DG3804 Aquatera Homage. Is this Homage brand even worth looking at? Well, let's dive right into this review and find out. Let's go ahead and unpack the specs. As for the case diameter, you have a 41mm case size, 12mm stick, and a lug-to-lug of 48mm. For the case material, you have an industry standard 316L stainless steel. You have a screw down crown. The crystal on here is a sapphire crystal with no AR coating. As for the water resistant, it is 50 meters of water resistant. For the movement housed in this watch is the Omega 3804 GMT with a 40-hour power reserve. Not much information is available about this movement online besides it being a cheap Chinese GMT movement. As we progress through this video, we get into the intricate details and we'll highlight the strengths of this watch and the weakness. So kicking it off, we have this combination of hands with this beautiful textured dial. This dial has it like a linear texture from top to bottom. You can see those high polished indexes, that beautiful blue seconds hand, hour hand, and the minute hand alongside with the GMT hand that also has that bit of red on the tip of it. Now, I'm not 100% sure if these are heat treated or if these are painted. If I had to guess at this price range, I'm gonna say those are painted, but they did a really good job. The paint is well done. The polish on it is pretty decent for the price. As we take a look at that top bezel, you'll also notice the finish on it is not that great. The polish job is pretty poorly executed. I think Corguet did a fantastic job here with the shark teeth like indexes in combination with these hands. The overall case silhouette does pay homage to that Omega Aquatera GMT. Although I don't think they made a dial configuration of this type, I do still like to see a little bit of originality with these homages. Those of you who follow the channel will know that I'm a big sucker for dials, and I think Corguet is no exception here. They did a fantastic job with this dial. Also, taking a look here at the side of this case, they did a really good job with this linear brush finish. Flipping this watch over here, we'll see Corguet decided to go with an exhibition case back. I would have passed on this. This is not a movement that you can boast about, so there's really no point in showing it. Anyways, taking a look here on the other side where the crown is, you'll see that that crown has a high polish finish. Very nice ridges too on the crown, so it makes it very easy to grab. The linear finish is very nice. You have a nice chamfered edge on the top there. Transitioning up to the bezel. Speaking of the bezel, here you can see that bezel add additional girth to the watch. At first I thought this was a simple mistake, but upon further inspection I've noticed that that's simply to allow space for the additional hand from the GMT. Speaking of GMT, this Omega 3804, there's not much information regarding this caliber online besides the complication of the GMT and the date. In terms of accuracy, I ran my own test for the course of 48 hours. In that first 24 hours, I kept it on the wrist and I noticed that the watch had only gained about +7 seconds a day. Now, after setting it in the watch box for a day, after picking it up, I noticed that it had gained about 12 seconds a day. So that kind of led me to believe this is a fast runner naturally, but it does run more efficient on a full wind. And that is a true statement for any automatic movement for that matter. As we look at the experience of setting the hands here, you'll notice there is no seconds hacking. So precise time setting can be a bit of a challenge with this watch. One of the things that I was pleasantly surprised was there's barely any wobble to the hands when setting your time or that GMT. Now, one of the things I have noticed with the GMT is that once you go to set it and you push in the crown, in some cases you'll get this weird jumping of the GMT hands. So just keep that in mind when setting the GMT. Now for the wearing experience. At 41mm and only 12mm thick and measuring 48mm lug to lug, that allows this watch to be an extremely pleasant watch to have on the wrist. It sits nicely, it doesn't overextend to the edges of the wrist, and that's in part because of that case length. I do like the absence of crown guards here that contributes to the comfort of this watch. I do currently have this on a leather NATO strap. Not gonna lie to you, this came with a pretty decent bracelet. I just have no idea what I did with it. It's somewhere in storage in all of the boxes that I have of all the watches I've acquired over the years. Taking a close look there at those beautiful blue hands and the way they pop off that textured cream dial. I must say Corguet did a fantastic job with the aesthetics here. Alright, let's talk pricing here. So this watch, you can pick this up on Amazon for about $125 plus $8 in shipping and handling, and that's gonna take you about 2 to 3 weeks for you to get the watch. If you order from AliExpress, you're looking at about $80 to $90 plus $10 for DHL shipping, and that can take about a week and a half depending on customs delays. There are some scenarios where it gets caught up in custom and can take 2 to 3 and sometimes even 4 weeks for you to get it. So just keep that in mind. With that out of the way, full disclosure, I've outgrown this world of homages and I've become more fond of the uniqueness that reputable and obtainable brands have to offer. Now, that's not to say you won't find gems in this cluster of homage brands, because this Corgeut GMT Aquatera Homage, I think, is a good bargain. At $135, you get a lot of watch here. Anyways, that was my take on the Corgeut GMT DG3804 Aquatera Homage. Let's go ahead and drop a like and a comment below, and if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, help me get this channel to 1,000 subscribers. I want to thank you guys again for your time and tuning in. This was your host Laz. Till the next one.